Well, hello 2020. It is a new year, same me. So what today's video is going to be is the truth. Something's been going on my channel for quite some time now that I really forgot about, to be honest, until recently. So I will kind of backtrack about where this started from the beginning. And just to clear my name, even though I know that I don't have to because I know who I am, you guys should know who I am. And yeah, this is really giving in to that manipulative tactic of getting attention and self-serving attention that this person needs and is craving. So here you go. It is for you on a platter. This video is for you, sweetheart. I expect many series parts videos of you twisting and lying and manipulating your audience to try to make me out to look like someone that I'm not. I just realized that I took my ring off to do dishes and it's not on. 1 second. There we go, I feel normal again. Anyways, so to start way back in 2017, I was a huge, you'd call super fan of Teresa Arasheben Files. No, I was not obsessed. No, I was not stalking. No, I was not wishing I was her or craving her attention. No, I was just a big super fan, like YouTubers have. I think that there's nothing wrong with being a super fan of content creators. I'm a super fan of Shane Dawson. I absolutely love him. Would I love to meet him someday? Yes. Do I stalk him and am I wanting to wear his skin on my face? No. So, back in 2017 and even a couple years before that, I was very opinionated on YouTube comment sections. Hate comments don't deserve the attention that they get, and I realized that after the fact of me defending YouTubers who don't need me to defend them to begin with. So basically, Teresa Arasheben would get a lot of hate in 2017, and I would see in the comment section a person who would comment on there all the time. And I'm not naming this person's name, no identifying factors. I will be saying some stuff about this person, but I'm not trying to have this person have any more attention than they deserve, because that's really what they need and crave and want, and I'm not doing it. Anyways, so I would see this person would comment horrible comments to Trisha, and so I commented back one day, and all of a sudden I would get several accounts at the same time or very shortly after commenting to me, and then my channel started getting smashed with dislikes and comments from all these channels that were from the Teresa Arasheben comment. And this person said something disgusting to me in the comment section, and the lie that she made was that I am a child or child predator and that I abuse animals. She didn't directly say it, I don't believe. I don't remember. It's from 2017, people. But she had her fake channels saying it. And I was really upset about that because at that time I was still in college for social work. And as you guys have seen, you've seen me go through school. I'm now graduated from school. I am a social worker. I have my BSW, and you saw my college graduation, so you know that I have my BSW. And in order to get that, you have to have a thorough background check, write a letter to the social work program, have 3 references of professionals and people who find you applicable to be a social worker and why you want to be a social worker. It's a pretty intense process, and you have to have 500 practicum hours to get your social work degree, all of which I did. Therefore, I cannot be a child abuser or animal abuser because you have to have these background checks, and this information would be brought up, and I would never be able to have the job that I have now or the degree that I have now if I were a or a child or whatever she's claiming that I am. Love you.
Love you too.
Night.
Love you, Tori.
See you.
Yep. Happy filming.
Wow, a TMZ photographer and her Spanx are showing.
Hey everyone, I'm back. It's been to try to make it work out, and
the reason why I knew it was her, the fake accounts, was because on her channel she had comments from the exact same people that were commenting on the Teresa Arasheben video and her commenting on the Teresa Arasheben video, like back to back to back. Like she would comment and then a little, like maybe 2 minutes later, another thing would comment, and then another thing would comment, and then another thing. And these same accounts are actually still on her channel, like you can see the comments, and whenever you click on that person, her, she has made all of this stuff private. Like you can't see when the accounts were created, so you can't prove if she created them the same time that she created her YouTube channel or not. And they don't have any likes, they don't have any, nothing. It's all private, nothing. Like, you can't see anything on it. You can't read anything about them. You can't do anything. And to me, that just shows like you're hiding something. And it was all of the accounts exactly like that. The exact same thing. Private everything. You can't see when it was made, who it is, really nothing. And it's all like fake pictures. So it's just like, what are the odds?
in Granada Hills, California, currently located on Devonshire Street, therapy. Now, if you take her parenting courses at any time for any reason, and you ever dare to have a differing opinion of her parenting techniques, which are very controversial and quite dangerous, on her hands to make the lives of many people miserable. Hi, I'm here today to talk briefly about Dr. Faye Snyder and Dr. Mary Jane Julius of the Park Foundation in Granada Hills, California.
So I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I knew it was her, and she would go bomb and dislike my channel and dislike all my videos and comment all these mean things on my videos and create disgusting lies. So I don't remember if she made a video about me first, or I think I made a video about her, about the Teresa Arasheben's comments. And so what I did is basically just stated what the comments were. I posted screenshots of the comments. I really wish that what I would have done is gone in and taken video of them, because she claimed in her video, she made like a 5-part series of me, I'm famous apparently, about how I like edited the comments and made it look like she stated something to me. I don't know. She basically said that I like edited what she was saying on Teresa Arasheben's videos, because I was saying that she was sending all this hate to Teresa Arasheben, and she claimed how she's like this positive person, enlightened and blah 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 bullshit. Anyways, so apparently she didn't like that, and a narcissist truly doesn't like being told that they're not a good person and that they are a hypocrite. So what she did is she made like a 5-part series video, like I said. She didn't outright say that she said it about me, but she like said, and close friends of mine have let me know information about her, that she's a sex offender and an animal abuser or something like that. And she like did that on purpose, because if she were to say it, then I'd have video evidence of her slandering me and lying about my character, which is against the law. So smart on you. You know a lot about the law, don't you, sweetheart? Because guess what, guys? She has had a criminal history since 1980. And all of this went away in 2017 because guess what? She went to prison in 2017 and I forgot about her and I didn't even remember she existed because the comments stopped coming and the fake accounts stopped commenting and disliking my videos and all was well. And I moved on with my life and I graduated college and I got married and I did a lot of successful things in my life while she sat in prison. Now, the problem is she recently got out this year. Well, actually no, 2019, last year. So I still forgot she existed because I don't care. I don't have any urge to want to know information about her. And so I was scrolling through my YouTube account and I went to my dashboard on my YouTube account because I wanted to see how close I was to my watch time hours, which I'm very close. I'm only 250 watch time hours to meet like the 4,000 watch time hour requirement, and then I just need to hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm close to being monetized again. Yay. Well, maybe not get monetized now that I have a strike on my channel, but that's, surprise, she struck my channel. And it was the video that I made on her because all the videos that she made about me, I actually got her to have privated. I've reported them because, and a bunch of my friends reported them because they were lies and awful videos about me. And so they were privated or removed, or she had got copyright strikes, I don't know, something. And she has 2 different channels. She has like her main channel and then she has a smaller channel. Basically, it's the exact same thing. She literally like reposts videos and like has her about section. It's literally the exact same thing, just slightly worded differently. It's very weird. I don't understand it. But anyways, so she basically copyright striked that video and got it taken down. So kudos to you. Don't know how you did that. YouTube did not let me know what the copyright strike was about. If it was about any content that I might have put in there, if it was about bullying or what, because there's so many different changes with YouTube and their copyright strike that I don't know why I was copyright striked. And YouTube did not email me like they're supposed to, letting me know that I have a strike on my channel. So what I went and did is I emailed her personal email that it let me have, which by the way, it was something5@gmail.com. That username was literally one of the usernames that she was commenting with. So I emailed her basically saying like, hey, take the copyright strike off my video. You have nothing to copyright strike it for. So it didn't need to be copyright striked. There's nothing to copyright strike it about. And I also emailed YouTube asking them why it was copyright striked to begin with, because you can email at the bottom of the copyright strike. It says like, if you want to know further information about why your video is copyright striked, then you email YouTube. So I emailed the email address that they told me to, and I have not heard anything back from them, and it's been maybe a week since I got the copyright strike. So there's 2 options that you can do is, well 3 actually. You can email the person asking them to remove the strike themselves. Did that. You can do like a counter strike, so you basically counter what they have done and you give them, YouTube gives them 10 to 14 days I think it is to basically counter that counter strike and say why it needs to remain copyright striked, and YouTube will review it and the video will be reinstated if YouTube sees that there's no reason to have it copyright striked and removed. Or what the person can do within those 10 to 14 days is they can create a lawsuit against you, and at that point it's a legal thing, not a YouTube thing. So then YouTube continues to keep it down and keeps the copyright strike on your channel, and you go to court for that. The third option is to do like, I can't remember what they called it. It's like the copyright school, I think. The person who striked it, I recognized that name from somewhere, and then it clicked. That name seems a lot closer to the name that I dealt with in 2017. So I typed in that person's name and there popped up their smaller channel, and scrolled through and I saw that one of the videos that I had reported to YouTube was up about me. And I click in the description and it has my private information. It has my first, middle, and the attempt at my maiden name, which was wrong. Good try, lady. And it had my university, when I supposedly graduated, which that's not my graduation date, thank you. It's when I walked, but not when I graduated. Thanks for stalking my channel to find that information, and it had the state I was in, and I can't remember if there was anything else, but it had private information. I'm a very private person. I keep very few things on the internet public, specifically because of this experience. That's exactly why I don't share much information about myself. Now, over the last couple of years, I've been a lot more open about my life because I felt a lot more comfortable. And this experience has shown me that you cannot be comfortable on YouTube, because there are people like this girl who will use anything and everything against you and are very manipulative and have large criminal histories, who will attempt to defame, who will attempt to create disgusting lies about you and seem credible because they have personal information about you. So I kind of regret putting anything on my channel about my personal self, which really you have to dig pretty far in my channel to find like information about me personally. So I copyright struck that because it had my personal information right there. Like, I think this woman would dox me if she got the chance to. So that got removed. I searched her name and I found her main channel, and it also had another video, like the original video, I think, like the first video, maybe the second or third, I don't know. She basically did like a counter video to my video talking about the situation. She read through Twitter DMs and through my Twitter talking about how I'm like this, I don't know, like this person who's like crazy and who I am a psychopath and how to deal with a psychopath and an internet stalker. And she, like, in some of her older videos, she said how like I live in my parents' basement and how I like get off to her at night and how I'm like so in love with her. This is a true narcissist, people, like textbook narcissism. And what's crazy is this woman talks about like her prison life and about her incarceration and how, oh, woe is me, I'm such a victim. No, you're a hard criminal, lady. Like, you have so much charges against you, it's insane. You have tons of people online talking about how horrible of a person you are. You have literally the courts even saying that you are like manipulative and now you are a problem. Like, lady, you're the problem. And I don't have to prove anything about myself because I know myself. I know my truth. I know my history. Girl, where's your proof? Like, I have so much proof about your criminal history. Like, lady. So the problem I have with this is this lady has this video up about me, which like in the first like 5 minutes, I don't remember where in the video, but she basically says personal sources, people reached out to her and gave her personal information about me, that I'm an animal abuser and a child molester. That's my problem with the whole thing, is that that video is still up and I copyright striked it. Nothing happened. Nothing. So YouTube is letting someone make a video about me in that way, and that video was from 2017 and she made it public again. And same with the other video. The other video got taken down, but I'm sure it'll go up again. So YouTube's letting her have that video, but they copyright striked and removed my video about her and defending myself because she was creating these same exact lies about me to begin with. And people in the comments on Teresa Arasheben videos started believing that that's who I was. That's not my truth. My truth is that I am a freaking social worker who's a children's case manager who cannot work with children if I'm those things. Like, that just, it doesn't make sense, does it? You are truly that deranged where you need to do like a background check on me and do weird things and find out information about me, go ahead and search. You will be searching all day and night long because my record is clean. I am an abiding citizen who does not steal from Sephora or from clothing stores and who assault people, and I'm not someone who lies on record, and I'm not someone who pretends like I'm above the law and like I'm the best thing since sliced pie. I'm a realist. I understand that I have flaws and that I have made mistakes. In 2017, I regret ever making any comments to this lady because now this lady has been following me since 2017. It's 2020 now, lady. It's 3 years later. Move on. Let it go. If you're such this oh, I'm zen and I work out and I'm this and I love essential oils. Let it go, lady. If it's really like that pressing to you, then you have some major things that you need to go to therapy for. Some of the key things I wanted to point out is she said, hello, I've posted this vlog in a series. It was absolutely necessary to do so. I've discovered, and I'm actually glad in some ways, because it gives me the opportunity to again bring awareness to negativity and to turn that negativity of a disordered individual into positives for myself and others. If you've ever encountered blatantly nasty people like this, always do your research on them. Chances are strong that malicious people who set out to harm you have in their past done the same to others on various ways. This means they have a pattern of the same harassing behavior, so be proactive. People like these, be it parents, relatives, strangers, whomever, really have problems and battles within their own selves, and what they've done to you has nothing to do with you. You're never wrong to defend and protect yourself to those who depend on you. So here I am defending and protecting myself. In this vlog, and I take the bad of someone else, that doesn't make sense, girl blog, aka Tori, a disturbed YouTube user, and turn it into new opportunities and good of myself. New opportunities of what? This concerns a random nobody who 2017 found and clung to me via another vlog comment section. She was and is already a narcissistic sociopath. I'm so happy that you're self-protecting, sweetheart. But she went too far as to follow and stalk me, and even more, make a video in which stole footage, slandered me, and made other completely false allegations. There was no false allegations in that video. I did not steal footage from her. It's called the Fair Use Act. And I literally did not slander her. Like, there's no slandering. Like, your criminal history is public record. Public record. Meaning there's no slander because it's not false. Unlike my thing that you say about me. That's called slander, sweetheart. You should know the law by far better than I do. In her, one can see that she's raging and fuming and see the tiny beads of sweat betraying her psychopathic side. Her unpopulated vlog is girl blog, Tori Stories. Twitter, @Tori Stories, YouTube. Go follow me on Twitter too, y'all. Awareness is key. Sociopaths and psychopaths are the majority of the US and possibly other populations. They've become epidemic types. Arm yourselves by being aware and knowing how to deal with malevolent types like her. Now, what I want to bring to awareness is, I believe the reason why this person went to jail was because in 2015 they stole a bunch of stuff and put it in their purse and put it in their clothing, and that was at Sephora, and they walked out and the security or like asset protection caught them and called the police, and yeah, they, I believe, were charged with that offense. And so the court hearing was in 2017, and she went through 2 different public defenders because she continued to tell the court that like they were like not helping her and they were like doing things to her and like the whole pity woe is me narcissistic behavior. She actually had to have a I think a psychiatrist, or maybe it was a psychologist, I don't know, I think a psychiatrist actually like talk to her and review her to see if she is competent to stand her trial. And this doctor, he concluded that the defendant was competent to stand trial, reviewed the defendant's criminal history dating back to the 1980s, stated she had twice been found incompetent to stand trial. First time was in 1993 and she was hospitalized until 95. Second time was in May of 2001, quickly discharged in less than 2 weeks. Noted that he had not been provided of the defendant's mental health records. So basically just saying that she's like able to stand trial because she's like there. And then down here it says that noted, however, that the defendant does exhibit signs of cluster B personality features as reflected by her history of unstable interpersonal relationships. He believes she would benefit from individual therapy. The doctor interviewed the defendant in her office and administered a series of standardized tests. So, cluster B personality disorders, and I am in absolutely no way shaming her for having these disorders, but I want you guys to understand why she's doing what she's doing on a serious note. But based off of what she saw and how she interviewed her and the tests that she did, she has cluster B personality traits. So cluster B personality disorders are characterized by dramatic, overly emotional, or unpredictable thinking or behavior. They include antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, and narcissistic personality disorder. So for someone who is claiming that I'm a sociopath, a psychopath, a narcissist, is truly that, and I'm not shaming her for it, she needs to get some serious help. And to me, that's very concerning because this lady will go above and beyond to harass people. She has multiple charges against her for this. I did some research on her, and I found these are all the things that she was charged with. Now, I don't know if, I don't know how the court system works exactly. I think that when you're charged with something, it doesn't mean that you're guilty or innocent. These are things that she was just brought to court for. So this is a long list of everything that she was charged for. Assault, libel and slander, family harassment, personal injury, assault, battery, defamation, workplace violence, charged with 4 counts of second-degree commercial burglary, 1 count of forgery by use of credit card, 2 counts of petty theft with a prior, 1 count of grand theft or personal property, 3 counts of theft of an access card, 1 count of attempted grand theft of personal property, and she is alleged to have served 5 prison sentence terms. So basically, one of the times she went into a spa for a facial and was left alone in the treatment room, stole the credit cards from the wallets of the women working in the salon, and used the credit cards to purchase gift certificates. That was one of the things she did. She stole from Sephora. I believe she has children, but she lost custody of those kids a while ago. She's just not a stable person, and I feel like this video is going to just set a fire under her ass to harass me, make videos about me, slander me, make disgusting claims. Go ahead, do it, because there's nothing I have to hide. I'm not going to be shamed and afraid of someone who has no power over me and who has no ability to discredit me, because everything I'm saying is true. And these allegations are online. You can read court records. I found a lot of it from Unicourt. I'm not going to say her name, but yeah, that's up for you to decide if that's true or not. You can believe me or her, I don't care. But I have a lot of receipts, I guess is really the word I'm looking for, to prove all the stuff that I've said about her. And honestly, I don't have the energy or need or want to do that unless it absolutely comes down to me needing to validate what I've said in this video. Now, really one of the worst things you can do for narcissists is to feed into their energy that they're trying to give you. So really, this probably isn't the best video to make, but I felt like it was important for me to get my story out because she did copyright claim my story from a couple years ago. So here's my second attempt, and if this video gets removed and gets a copyright strike, then I don't know what else to do other than to possibly go in and get a lawyer. If she, for some reason, harasses me, threatens me, makes claims about me, I am going to seek legal help. I'm going to hire a lawyer. That's just what it's going to come down to, because I'm not going to tolerate bullying, harassment, slander, whatever you want to call it. I'm not doing it anymore, and I'm not having that type of energy in my channel. I'm not doing back and forth crap. This is my last video ever about her. I never want to hear her name again. So if this is what you were looking for, here it is. Here's the video dedicated to you without any shout outs, because you don't deserve that shout out. I truly hope that if you're watching, which you are, I hope that you get help, because you truly do need the help, and I'm sorry for whatever trauma you went through as a child. If any, I don't know. I just am assuming because of some of the videos you've talked about your parents who you said both were schizophrenic. I can only imagine what your childhood was like, and I truly hope that you reach out and get the help that you need, because those diagnoses, those disorders, those personality cluster B traits, that doesn't have to be you. You can get better, but you have to put the work in to get better. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I know that it's a very long video, but if you watched the entire thing, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. I promise I will be as honest as I can without giving my information out or her information out, because I believe that privacy is an important thing. And even though she makes a video dedicated to talking about her criminal history, really, she doesn't, because she hides a lot of stuff. It's quite interesting, actually, because in one of her recent videos, she literally talked about how she got charged with assault with a deadly weapon because she stabbed somebody in prison and acted like it was just like no big deal. That's the kind of woman that I'm dealing with right now, so I figured that this is a sheep in wolf's clothing who is very, 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 very manipulative and very smart. She's very smart, I'll give her that. but I'm not going to just bow down to you and give you what you're looking for. So if you copyright strike this video, go ahead and do it. I'll just counter it again. My biggest concern right now is my safety, because I believe when I countered that video that she got my address, and that's very scary. So if it comes down to it, I'm gonna move. I just signed my lease, but I will pay the $1,400 and I will get out of here, and I will move to a different place if I for some reason feel unsafe, and I will get a restraining order as quick as I can on this woman. So I hope that this documents if the harassment turns into something scary of my story. This is my side, this is my truth. Yeah, that's all that I can say. So if something were to happen to me, or if something awful were to happen to my channel, this is why. So I hope that this is going to be the end of this whole saga. I don't want this type of content on my channel. I'm not someone who likes to spill tea anymore. I don't care about that stuff. I just want to focus on my YouTube channel and my growth as a person, and enjoy being a newlywed married person who is newly graduated from college, and just enjoy life. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go though, because it is now 1:42 in the morning and I work tomorrow morning, so I gotta go. But thank you guys so much for watching. May all your stars align, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.